not just accept it. First of all, the conditions of acceptance, we agreed to them before. Number one, lawful earning. So if somebody wrote a check to Huda TV and said, you guys, I know that you need some help, so here is a check, $10 million. And he's running a wine factory, say, no thank you, we don't want your money. It's not accepted. Even if we accept it, since we don't know, we're going to get a zero reward. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ تَعَالَى طَيِّبٌ لَا يَقْبَلُ إِلَّا طَيِّبًا. Allah is good, and He only... 100, she mentioned that the other time when she asked the question that she was working for an old lady to look after her. So we assume, inshallah, that her earning is perfectly lawful and halal. The good news that I want to give you, sister, that the Prophet ﷺ said, سَبَقَ دِرْهَمٌ أَلْفَ دِرْهَمٌ.
Subhanallah.
This is one of the best news to poor people and average people like ourselves, that it could be 1 dirham. It surpasses 1,000 dirham. $1, 1 riyal. It surpasses in reward $1,000 or riyal. Why? Well, the Prophet ﷺ explains. If one like the sister, all her earning is 750 riyal a month, which is very low, but may Allah bless you in that.
Ameen.
And somebody else is making 750,000 riyal a month. So when Sister Rahimana is giving in a charity and she's buying a box of dates to give it in a charity or send it back home for 10 riyal, that 10 riyal is better than $10,000 donated by somebody else who's a multimillionaire. Because every person according to their capacity.
Subhanallah.
So if this is how much you can afford, guess what? Even lesser than that. The Prophet ﷺ said, اتقوا النار ولو بشق تمرة. Guess what? You can protect yourself and shield yourself against the fire of hell by giving in a charity as little as not just 1 date, half of it.
Subhanallah.
Half date, the date fruit, the qajur, the tamr, al-rutab. If you split it, you eat half and you give the other half in a charity, you sit, he gets the reward of fasting and you get a similar reward of his.
Subhanallah.
The one who gives iftar to a fasting person receives exactly a similar reward of his fasting without diminishing the reward of either one of them. It could be this half date, your passport to heaven, and your shield and protection against the fire of hell. So you should never say, but all what I have is very low. Never belittle anything. As the Prophet ﷺ said in the sound hadith, لا تحقرن من المعروف شيئا. لا تحقرن من المعروف شيئا. Any good deed, do not say it's very little. Never belittle any of the good deeds. And he said to women, that a woman should not belittle a gift that's given to her by her neighbor, even if it is as little as a farsan shah.
Subhanallah.
Farsan shah is the hoof of, or the feet of the goat or the sheep. In Indo-Pak, they make paya out of that. Very delicious food. But not too many people like the feet. Very insignificant. In many societies, they throw it away. So, if a woman gave you, or if somebody gave you a gift, a sadaqah, a charity, as little as the feet of a sheep, accept it and never belittle it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not belittle any of the good deeds. So go ahead, sister, and donate and give any charity. The reward for your charity will be doubled and multiplied. It shall appear, insha'Allah, on the Day of Judgment as mountains of good deeds.